let's move on to So You Think You Can Dance, and sort of this week's emotional cat and mouse game.
They wanted us to be very emotional about Ryan.
Ryan Kasperzak.
In the last line of the day is Ryan Kasperzak.
His brother, Evan, not our favorite.
I didn't know he had a brother. That's so weird. They didn't pound it into us.
So I'm calling Evan, little bro, top 4.
That story arc began during season 5, carried all the way through the season 5 auditions when it came down to brother versus brother in the top 20. They didn't give it to Ryan, they gave it to Evan.
Right.
And then all season long, they would cut to Ryan in the audience and be like, can't wait to see you in season 6, bro.
Yeah, yeah.
And then, of course, last week he auditions. I'm gonna say, I wasn't so crazy about the tap dance routine where he was like, yeah, feel the tap. I hear music. I'm just not into the spoken word thing. I thought it was a little cheesy, but Adam Shankman said,
that was the best audition I've ever seen on this show.
Right. So again, we've like pumped you up. Yeah, you're gonna make that top 20.
Come and get your ticket for Vegas. Let's make the start there.
And you're a story arc that can carry over.
But we don't want you to dance in this season.
Exactly. We'll carry your story arc over until we don't need it anymore.
Yeah.
It's not happened this season. I'm sorry. We're going to let you go.
And then you're done.
And I think maybe the reason they don't need it anymore is because he has a really bad pitting out situation. I do too, and it's kind of a hard thing to costume. I look at my closet of costumes every day and I say, how do I deal with my hyperhidrosis? And I'm telling you, the costume department at So You Think You Can Dance, they don't want that.
Yeah.
They have hundreds of people who probably don't have a sweating condition, and they can put that person in any color or texture they want.
It is a mood killer, and you have to choose your colors very carefully in that kind of situation. He says wearing all black.
Yeah.
I also...
And she says wearing a mesh shirt.
Moving on, I have to say, Project Runway typically has been a show where I really generally agree with the decisions that happen at panel. This week, I would never have sent home Epperson.
I didn't think it was his time.
It was not his time. To be honest with you, when it came down the runway, I was like, that's not bad. It was only when the woman said...
Heidi went with Oktoberfest. I'm going with Pirates Wench.
I sort of realized, like, maybe it is kind of awful.
Heidi called it Oktoberfest, and Michael Kors jumped right on that and said, where are the beer steins? And
right.
It's a good question, because maybe we could all stand to have a giant beer stein while we're watching this season.
I'll tell you, alcohol can only help this season. And I didn't think that Logan's outfit was Oktoberfest at all, but it was all kinds of hideous. How did he not go home for that? The pants had unsightly bunching and bulging. They were terribly made. Let me ask you this question about Logan. If Logan wasn't this season's straight male hottie, would he...
Is he maybe not straight or a hottie?
I'm not calling his straightness into question. I am calling his... I mean, he's maybe hot in terms of this season. I don't know if he's like male model material, but like if he hadn't been pegged as that character, would he have survived this week? I don't think so.
He's had a few pretty terrible weeks.
I don't know if he's made anything that was like
So
had
is
a wow
Christopher,
factor.
by the way. Christopher is just not doing well.
His outfit looked like it had gone through the dry cleaner with the plastic bag on top of it the whole way through.
Yeah, and Christopher's explanation of where she was going was like, she's an actress. She's going to go out to all these industry parties, and the girl's just like,
I love when Michael was like, Michael was like, please don't go to an industry party in that outfit.
Don't. I mean, she just looks like tinfoil.
It was funny though this week. It's always tough when you get real people in who have real ideas. I think that the designers just need to listen to the ideas, nod their head and smile, and then go and do their own thing. Shirin almost got stuck with...
I know.
I'm thinking Cher, Half-Breed.
The drum beat from the song kicked right into my head. I was kind of like just picturing some fierce feather headdress. And I'll admit, recently I did bid on a Cher Bob Mackie inspired doll on eBay, but I only did it for a future episode of Reality. So, spoiler alert, there could be something happening with Cher.
The personal becomes professional every day with you.
Hey, it's a living. Somebody's got to go buy dolls on eBay.
Do you sleep with those dolls in your actual bed? Okay.